everybody, it's Rebecca, Virginia, and today I'm going to show you how to do 4 Farmhouse Valentine's Day DIYs. The first DIY is a Buffalocheck Heart and a Heart. Here's what you need to complete this DIY on your own. To begin this DIY, I needed a small wood heart, so I got this hanging heart sign from the Dollar Tree and removed the bottom heart off of it. After peeling the tape off, I took some sandpaper to sand off all of the glitter that was on the heart. After removing all of the glitter, I was able to paint a pale pink color onto the smooth surface of the heart. This did take a couple of coats because it is such a light pink color. While my paint was drying on the smaller heart, I moved to the larger heart for this DIY. I used black and white Buffalocheck scrapbooking paper to cover my wood heart. I applied some Mod Podge onto the heart surface, and then I used an old gift card to smooth the paper down onto the heart. This is a really great technique because it gets out any of the air bubbles that might be caused from laying the paper onto the wet Mod Podge. I was actually running out of my Buffalocheck scrapbooking paper, so I had to kind of piece my scrapbooking paper down onto the heart. So if you're also using this technique, just make sure to be careful that your Buffalocheck lines up. You don't want the lines suddenly shifting if you're using different pieces of the same scrapbooking paper. To add a farmhouse touch, and because I usually like a less clean looking edge on my projects, I used white paint and dry brushed it all along the edges of the Buffalocheck heart. I also took a tumbling tower block from the Dollar Tree and painted it the same pale pink as the small heart. I'm hot gluing the wood block onto the smaller heart so that the pink heart is slightly elevated off of the Buffalocheck heart. Next, I used burlap ribbon to wrap around the lower half of my Buffalocheck heart. And I wanted it to appear like the burlap ribbon was holding the small pink heart in place, so that's why I placed it on the lower half of the heart. Next, to add a bit of color and a little touch of spring, even though it's very far away for us right now, I added a little bit of this greenery from a floral pick that I got at the Dollar Tree, and I just hot glued it right underneath the burlap ribbon, so again it kind of looks like the burlap ribbon is holding not only the floral pick, but the heart in place too. As a final touch for this first DIY, I took some black and white Buffalocheck ribbon that I actually got from way back in the fall, and I just tied it in a simple knot at the top of this rope that's holding up our sign, and then I frayed the edges a little bit and cut them so it looked like it was a worn ribbon. And that's all it takes to recreate this simple and easy Valentine's Day DIY. The second DIY is the Key to My Heart decor piece. Here's what you need to make your own. I began by putting Mod Podge onto the back of the wooden house, but I quickly realized I got too excited by this DIY because I forgot to cut out my scrapbooking paper first. So once I remembered that, I cut out my paper and then I was able to Mod Podge it onto the house. And in this DIY, I'm using one of the wooden houses from the Dollar Tree that kind of look like shadow boxes, but I bought it mainly for the shape, and I'm actually going to be using only the back of it for this DIY. Like I mentioned in the previous DIY, I don't like clean edges, so I'm dry brushing all around the wood house with a dry brush and some black paint. Lucky for me, I had an old dictionary laying around, but I know you can look on Pinterest and lots of other places on the internet and find old pages that you can just print out. But I am actually using an old dictionary for this one, and I got the page that had Valentine's Day on it. So I tried to use that one, and I tried to get Valentine's in at least one of the hearts. I had 2 ideas for what I wanted to do, and I wasn't sure which one I liked better. So I ended up cutting out 2 hearts and doing them both, and then I decided which one I would go with. So the first idea that I had, please be careful with because you are using a flame, but I wanted it to look like a burnt page, so I burnt all the way around the edges of the heart so that they curled up and kind of went black. Then my second idea was to just rip the edges of the heart so it looked like someone had ripped the page straight out of a book and it just magically got torn out into the shape of a heart. And I really liked both of them. I think they're both cool and, nice ideas, but I ended up going with the torn heart as my final pick for the DIY. Once I had decided which heart to go with, I went ahead and Mod Podged that down on top of the Buffalocheck scrapbooking paper. If you are going to be using an actual dictionary page like me, make sure to use very little Mod Podge and be careful when you're putting it down because the pages are a lot thinner than scrapbooking paper. For an extra embellishment, I took a red felt heart sticker and I placed it down in the center of our dictionary heart. These are such a great deal from the Dollar Tree. You get 100 of these felt stickers for only $1, and they have pink, white, red, and I think maybe one other color too that I'm forgetting. I had this really pretty white lace that has hearts hanging from it, so I wrapped 2 of these around my wood house. And originally I just had them parallel, but I thought that looked too uniform, so I made them have an X where they crossed in the very center of the house. Next up, I took some jute and I just wrapped it a bunch of times in that same kind of X formation around our wood house. After I had finished wrapping the lace and the jute around the wood house, I realized it was really covering up the red felt heart and you couldn't really see it anymore. So to make sure that the red heart was still the center of this project, I took another one and just placed it on top. It kind of worked because it had a little bit more of a 3D effect. But if you want to skip the heart in the beginning and just add it on the end, I think that works too. The last embellishment that I'm adding is this really pretty ornate looking key, and I just wrapped it in jute, tied a knot, and then after it was secure and hung a little bit off of the wood in the house, I added a bow. This ornate key is something that I already owned before I decided to do this project, but if you don't have a key on hand, you can always print one out or cut one out of cardboard. The third DIY is a trio of faux wooden blocks. Here's what you need to complete this DIY on your own. To start off this DIY, I took some white chalk paint and completely covered the orange dice. These are foam dice, so they absorb the paint pretty quickly, so you have to use quite a few coats. And the orange is super bright, so again, it took quite a few coats of white paint to completely cover them. I'm going to be covering the front part of these foam dice in scrapbooking paper, so I chose 2 different types of paper. The middle die is going to be a red print of scrapbooking paper, while the 2 outside dice I'm going to be using white paper. It's kind of hard to trace the die because they curve, but after tracing and cutting, I just cut down the paper more as needed so that none of the edges were popping up and everything was laying flush on the front of the dice. Then I decided that the white paper was too plain, so I took a toothpick and dipped it into pink and red paint to make polka dots all across the white scrapbooking paper. And before gluing on the scrapbooking paper, I wanted to distress my dice a bit because they were looking way too stark white and plain. So I dry brushed a brown paint all over the dice to add some definition. I use Mod Podge to adhere the scrapbooking paper onto the dice. Because the dice are curved, make sure that you put Mod Podge onto the edges of the paper so that they stick down to the dice and aren't popping up. Next, it's time to add the I Heart You to the dice. I had these big poster sticker letters, so I used the I and the U from that. And then I took from that 100 pack of Dollar Tree felt heart stickers, one of the hearts to put on the center one. And I ended up thinking that I was first going to do it kind of stacking like a snowman or tower blocks, but I really liked the way that it looked horizontally rather than vertically, so that's what I ended up using as the final product. The finishing touch to add more of a farmhouse feel was to make a small bow out of jute and add it to the center of the heart. The last DIY is a Love You More frame. Here's what you need. I'm starting off this DIY by taking a picture frame from the Dollar Tree and removing the glass and the backing. Next, I took a white paint and I'm painting the frame entirely in white. This did take quite a few coats because the frame is pretty dark. While my many coats of white paint dry, I decided to move on to the next step while I wait. So I'm taking a piece of burlap, and before I'm cutting it, I know that I want my sign to say "Love You." So first I took some of the letter stickers and wrote that out. Then when I saw how much space that took up, I decided that I could cut the burlap into a smaller section. After cutting it into a smaller piece, I completed the saying by "Love You More," And I know that I'm going to add a heart next to the more, so I'm leaving a bit of space there. Now, the next method that I'm using is taking a little paintbrush and dabbing on some brown paint, and I'm covering the words entirely so that once the paint is dry, I can peel the stickers off and the "Love You More" saying will be left. I took a red felt heart sticker and placed it next to the more at a slight angle. Then I trimmed up my piece of burlap and began pulling at the edges so that they looked frayed. After completing my burlap piece, it was time to cover my picture frame. So I'm taking the sample and outlining this onto the scrapbooking paper. Then I cut it out and used some Mod Podge to adhere the scrapbooking paper to the backing of our picture frame. After placing down our paper, it was time to go back to the actual frame. So once that had dried, I thought that it needed a little something more, so I took a dark red color and just started to distress the frame a little so that it wasn't so stark white. Lastly, it's time to assemble our frame, so we want to put in the backing that now has the scrapbooking paper on it. Then I took a hot glue gun just to make sure that my burlap piece was nice and adhered and not moving anywhere. And that concludes all of our Farmhouse Valentine's Day DIYs. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep searching, keep creating.